Hello folks, we're up front here at the of the garden, the lower patch, and right here at the African blue basil, and I have to see once if I can get this activity going. Yesterday it was almost no bees on it. It was so cold. Even started fire last night, but they're very busy today, especially the honeybees. Saw over on this this patch over here of blue basil that there's quite a few of the smaller bumblebees today, and then there's a couple of the big ones, but not as many as usual. And but of course you can see the fall colors have really started to come out. The amaranth and the love lies bleeding here. Some of the love lies bleeding got knocked down pretty bad, but well, it's changing, and the fall colors are making themselves known. The yellows, and I'll go down here along the side and show you the Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes. We're at the disaster area, and you can see, of course, my poor sunflowers. But behind the sunflowers, there's New Beauty, which is their sunchokes are a form of a sunflower. And Prelude, this is what they look like. Yours should be blooming in the near future. I don't know. You're quite a bit further south than I am. So I don't know. They might take a little longer, but I don't know how length of growing season affects them, but the cooling nights has sure brought them out here. Down here at the lower end of the lower patch, and Thursday before the rain, we tilled and we planted in there groundhog turnips, or groundhog radishes, I'm sorry. And of course the beans are full of weeds, and turnips. There's turnips planted between. The weeds aren't too awfully bad, but we'll go into the center here and let you look at. We're here beside the hazelnuts and behind the sunflowers, and you can see that we dug a couple sweet potatoes, and you saw some of the sweet potatoes I took out. I took half a crate. You've seen the pictures of the crates, and here we have the hazelnuts, and they won't. The burrs will get dry, and that's when I'll be harvesting them. But it's they're just so neat to look at. And here we're in the middle of the patch, and you can see that the tomatoes are about done. We still have some green ones, but at the rate it's going, I don't know if they'll ripen or not. It's been really cold for this year. We had cold late and cold early, so the growing season this year was quite a bit shortened. It looks like it's time to pick some green beans. I know what I'm having for supper. I can hardly wait. Here you can see the aftermath of my amaranth. It is sad, but you'll have storms, and we take what we get. We're here at the middle section, the middle patch I call it, and you can see that there are still some tomatoes. I've been eating tomatoes. These are right in here are the antique heirloom tomatoes. We picked some spaghetti squash, but there's still quite a few, and those what I have left for the most part I'm going to keep. It's something that I've been eating, and it doesn't affect my blood sugar. I haven't been eating carbs, and so but then this gives me something to eat that's a little bit like having it, and well, they seem to be really good. You can see the weeds are taking over where the squash is, so I'm going to pick these this week and get in here and till it and plant the groundhog groundhog radishes. Excuse me. The nuts will soon be ready to be harvested if I can keep the squirrels away from them. And you can see that for this tree's first year, it's doing nicely. There's one back in there. Hopefully you can see it. Here at the upper patch, this has right in here, the last corn we picked has turnips. And we picked half of this the other day, and there's still, don't know if it shows up or not, but in this here out past, at the plum tree, let's see, don't know, can't see the screen, but there's a Williams butternut squash. And the interesting thing about corn is when it gets ripe, starts to ripen, the ears will begin to drop at their own weight. And see if I can, there you can see one. The weight of the ear will hang down. Now I did see that I got some squirrel damage in this. They like it. They like corn too. You know, I may end up having to pick it before it's completely dried. I like to leave it in the field. 2 years ago, the neighbor's cows came and ate every last year my popcorn, my hickory king, and my bloody butcher. And this whole patch was planted in that, so they ate quite a bit. The whole thing from the point there down here. I'm sorry, I went too fast, but the whole thing and the neighbor's cows got out and cleaned up every year of my corn. None survived. We'll go over here and the bees are really active today. See if I can see. I can't. Sun's in my eyes. I don't know if that will affect the camera or not, but yeah, as you can see, they're very, very busy. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Coming in and out, and over there. Yep. So they're happy. So am I. People like to see the progress of the pears. These here I probably pick before they're ripe altogether. The tree is very full. And the reason for that is because I have Japanese hornets, and I don't know if you ever dealt with Japanese hornets, and if you have, let me know how you took care of them. I'm not really interested in using a lot of poison, but this tree here was covered with these little sickle pears. I don't know if I said that right, but they are all hollow. And I'm not going to reach in there because I got them agitated the other day, but these sickle pear is like, it tastes like candy. I mean, it is sweet, sweet. And they're little, but they are so good. And the hornets have them all hollowed out. I mean, they're just their skins hanging on the tree. And if you go to pick one, there's nothing there. And they're starting to, every year they get a lot of my fruit, and I have to almost pick it at night because they tend to be terribly agitated. And if you ever see them, they're huge. I'll get a picture of some over here. And I showed you last week my new little kefir pear, and I planted it last year, and as you can see, it has lots of pears on it for a 1-year tree.